Hello everyone. Welcome to the first ever faction turn for the Leave Your Mark community game for Pod by Night. Hi! How you doing, chat? You all good today? Woo! I did it. I finally figured out how Twitch works. We've got a beautiful overlay. And today we're gonna do the actions that each of our factions have been playing. Thank you so much for asking. I'm great. I'm so excited because I've been working on this for ages. I did a test run of this game with some community members. I did, lots of writing for the factions, for the rules, for, the space in which the play-by-post part of this is happening. Like, I see some of you in chat, you've been playing. Is that my handwriting? No, it's actually neater than my handwriting. Welcome in. So I'll start with an explanation of what the hell is this? Basically, you've all listened to Stitch of Fate, I hope. This game happens in the same world, in the Pod by Night universe. And those of you who have already been playing know that we are setting this in Gary. Is it Dan? Wait, no, that's the rules. No, that's not right. Gary, Indiana. Which, for those of you looking forward to what might or might not occur in future seasons of our show, then there's some hints about setting and stuff like that. But yeah, essentially it's a play-by-post game for our patrons. If you want to join, you can hook up to our Patreon Pod by Night, and we've got a space in the Discord. We've got a bunch of people, role-playing together on there, and some of the things they've done are really cool. They've fought a giant war ghoul. They have dealt with ghosts. They've made up some really interesting stuff for their own takes on the factions as well. There's like initiations happening in there. It's really amazing all of the roleplay people have done so far. So get in on that. I mean, there's a bunch of people who have access to it that haven't actually made characters. We've got time. This thing's going to be going on for ages. But the stream today is the first of the monthly streams that we're going to be doing to decide some of the meta plot of that part of our story. This is Gary, Indiana, and all of these factions that you can join have actions that they're taking in this map. Some of them are going to be working together. Some of them are going to be fighting, earning money, taking over turf, and gaining advantages, and maybe even causing problems for themselves and each other. There are some really dangerous things happening, like hunters, werewolves, and other vampires that you can, get on the bad side of. There's a lot to this. I don't expect everyone to understand because the rules might change a little as we go because they're not perfect. But it is such a wonderfully interesting, well-produced, easy-to-consume show. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for that glowing review, Emma. I'm a little bit blurry. Am I supposed to be blurry? Can I be less blurry? Oh, I can be invisible. Is that gonna help? I shouldn't have changed things. I shouldn't have changed things in the middle of a stream. Oh, that's why. That's why. I'm huge now. Edit transform. Well, that's what you get for trying to be clever. There we go. I'm less blurry now. Hi. book them in. Okay. So let's get to the game part of this. Why not? Yeah, that was pure entertainment. Amazing improv skills. That's what you're here for. So let's move over to the map. Oh, I'm in the wrong place because I changed things, aren't I? Whoops. Dot's gonna yell at me now because I messed it up live. She's the like amazing producer, and I'm just here bumbling my way through this. Never mind. Charm, is that what we're calling it? All right. So this is going to be really interesting. Each of our factions, of which there are 6, have chosen their actions. We have the Silk Gauntlet, an elite club, the Corpse Mongers, information brokers and rumored cannibals, the Lucid, heroes and vigilantes, the Alphas, disciplined hunters, young bravos, a gang of rebels, and the Magi of the Dark Mother, a cult of power-hungry zealots. And we're going to start with the initiative roll, which I need to remember how that works. Because this is actually really important. Because I'm going to reveal to you, a couple of the factions have chosen to attempt the same thing. And the one that goes first gets to do it, while the other one loses out. So let's start with initiative. And can you see that? It's very small. I'm going to leave it so I don't mess things up again. But we're starting with, at the top, the Silk Gauntlet and the Lucid are first. They're going to do a roll-off because they got the same number. I'm going to use these, what are they called? Character sheets, so I don't forget who's where. Then we got Corpse Mongers last. Sorry, Corpse Mongers. Then we got the Alphas going second. Young Bravos after that. All right, we're going to roll 2d10. The first one is the Lucid, and the second one's the Silk Gauntlet to see who gets to actually go first. 2d10. Okay, the first one is the Lucid. That's what I said, right? Lucid, get to go first. I can't go tag everyone else's home base with a big something. As long as it's neon pink, I don't mind. You can roleplay that in the server if you'd like, tagging everyone else's base. All right. Well, this is the first faction turn. Who have we got? The Lucid have chosen to do a couple of things. They are going... Oh, this is the thing. This is the thing I was talking about. 2 people chose to do the event at Magadon... what was it called? Magadon Exports Co. We have a bunch of events that get you coin and money and XP and all of that stuff for each faction. So this is actually in right away the breaking point for another faction. Sorry, Alphas. I feel like there should be a bad thing. Like the Alphas and the Lucid should like beef over this. But we're going to go by the rules. We're going to do that in a moment. Calculate resources. Every faction gets 1 rep, 1 coin, and XP. So we're going to mark that. 1 rep, 1 coin. Where's the XP? 1 XP for the Lucid. No one gets any extras from turf yet. Beef, beef, beef. Yeah, it's time to do the event. So this is kind of interesting part of the game that I thought was pretty cool. Each turn, different events happen in the city to help people with roleplay and to get people stuff, and they only last for 1 turn. So if you don't do them, then they cause problems in the city. But if you do them, you get stuff. So it's our first roll, and it's the Lucid doing the event here. It's a stealth event. It requires a physical roll. Okay, how good are the Lucid at physical? Oh, you got 2 dots in there. All right, yeah. Oh, so if those of you interested in rules, I actually based this on the Blades in the Dark system. So it says risky and standard. That's a thing I don't use. So I'm just going to click submit. No one gets bonus dice. No one gets nothing. Let's hope this is good, because otherwise you got problems. Oh my god! You got a 6! I can't remember what that means. Let's check the rules. Resolve event. A 6 is the reward. You get the reward, and you avoid taking heat and harm. That's a really good start. You get, oh god, what is the reward? 3 coin and 3 XP? That's a big payout. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, the Lucid straight out the gate. Fangs in the dark? Oh, I like that. No reward, no penalty. No nothing. Aside from victory. Meanwhile, the alpha's just watching them scurry away. I'm so interested. Like, are you two gonna go to war now? I can decrease the relationship map here. There's like a whole relationship counter. 3 and 3. Yeah, it was 3 and 3. It is huge. Like, it's gonna be swingy. I might change it later, but I feel like having a big reward like that, getting people to fight over the things, I don't know. Might change later. It is a huge reward, though. You're right, Keller. It's definitely going to set them up for future actions. But that's it. They take... So what was it? It was a stealth event requiring a physical roll, and there are SI there. There are hunters at Magadon Exports. And they just slid on in there. No problems. Got what they needed and GTFO'd. Nice one. Okay. What's their second action? They plan on taking the industrial train yards. So what's that? That is this right here. Got 3 turmoil, which means that if that gets to 8, one of the other NPC factions will take it over. But that's ages away, right? And it's right next to them. So this is how taking over turf works. There are clocks, if you're familiar with Blades in the Dark. And because it's right next to them, there's this line here connecting the two. It's a very small clock, and it's going to be 4 segments. Now, what do I need to roll to take this over? Seize a claim. Roll tier. This lets your faction acquire a specific turf. It can only be used on turf that isn't owned by another faction. Perfect. Which means we just roll tier. Now, everyone's at tier 0, which means this is going to be a painfully slow process to start off with. But it's only a 4-size clock. And at 0 tier, you roll 2 dice and take the lowest, instead of this one here, which was like level 2. You'd get to take the highest because you're at level 2. Anyway, I really like the Blades in the Dark dice system. It's very cool. Do I get to... Yeah, no bonus dice for you, I'm very sorry to say. Ooh, a 1. Now, I can't remember what that gets you, so let's remind myself. You don't get negatives for clock stuff, because it's just you do worse, it takes longer. Fortunately, rolling low isn't too much of a problem on this. But you do only get 1 out of 4 ticks. You are... Oops, that's the 4th one. That's the first one. There we go. C's. How do you spell C's? S-I-E's. I'm going to say take. The industrial train yards. Take industrial train yards. There we go. Seize. S-E-I-Z-E. Carpe diem. Carpe canem. One of them. Carpe the train. Carpe the train yards. Seize is not the S-I. Ah. Smart. S-E-A-N. Nice. Well, I mean, there's a huge lake right here, but there's no seas. So that's the end of the actions for the Lucid. Good job, Lucid. You're well on your way to doing something. Whatever it is these completely bonkers people are up to. Who knows? Now, the good news is you didn't get any heat, which is going to make this next step easier. I'm going to double check. But next we do entanglements. And entanglements means everyone gets problems caused for them every single turn. And I get to choose a little bit. I left that in there for me, so it's fun. But I think I just get to press the entanglements button down here. I've written a whole bunch of stuff. Here it is. I need to make this bigger somehow on screen. If I zoom in, it'll do weird things with Chrome, won't it? Anyway. Heat is at 0 to 3, which means they get +1 heat or -1 coin. Ooh. Do I want to be cruel and take away one of the coins they just got? Or add a heat to them? I'm going to add a heat. Because that's not been filled up. And the more heat, the more problems. Cruelty in my PTM game? It happens. More often than you think. So fortunately, very, very early on, you're not going to get too many problems. I'm not that cruel. I am a fair god. And it's the level up faction portion, which we don't do. No one leveled up. No one filled their XP. Which means the next ones are the gauntlets. The silk gauntlets. There's some wonderful roleplay about in the Discord about the silk gauntlets and the Magi of the Dark Mother getting together at a place at the Shore Apartments where some of the actions are going to take place, and they did some roleplay there about like helping each other, which was very, very sweet. Hopefully that will change later. More fights. Fire dance post stream. Exactly. Well, I mean, if everyone annoys the Second Inquisition enough, I'm sure we can provide the fire. So, Silk Gauntlet, like everyone else, you get 1 rep, 1 coin, 1 crew advancement point, XP, and then it's on to actions. Of which they have decided to do... Hang on, I'm going to cross off the Lucid so I don't, double up on things. What are they up to? Silk Gauntlet are trying to take the Shore Apartments. Let's hope you do better than the Lucid did at their tier roll, because you're all at the same level. Let's do this. Oh man, everyone's having really bad days. I'll write the clock here. It's called Take Shore Parts. You only got one. That might take a while. But there's no huge negatives aside from it taking longer. That's fine. It's a safe play. And their other action is to assist the Magi, which is another. It leads us into another part of this that we haven't properly explored yet. There's the ability to help each other, which I thought was fun, and you can do that to do a couple of different things. You can give people money, or you can give people an extra dice on their roll. And by doing that, it changes the status, which we haven't dealt with yet, between the two factions by 1. So I'll do that now. Increase the status of the two factions. Right. Magi and the Silk Gauntlet. You know, there we go. Where is Silk Gauntlet? Bottom left. So they're going up from 0 to 1. No. Don't rename it. Don't think you're smarter than me, computer. No, it renamed it anyway. 1. If you have 0 tier and get help on a claim, would that just be 1 dice? Yes, you don't have to take the lower because you've only got 1 dice. But yeah, if you get help, it bumps it from 0 to 1. And at 0, you roll 2 and take the lowest instead of taking the highest, which is what you normally do. So those two are getting cozy, getting friendly, and the Magi get +1 dice to their action. And it's been specified that it's their action on the Shore Apartments, which is good. That helps. I'm interested to see how everyone's going to roleplay all these faction actions out, by the way. Because I'll talk about it later, but some things happened in orders that I did not expect, which I'm pretty happy about. I think it's very cool. Like the assist action was specified to help the Magi, but like actions happen in initiative order, but like maybe the assist action should happen out of initiative order so you can like specify it. And I don't have to remember +1 dice a month down the line. Maybe. I might change that in the rules. Anyway. And the whole 2 people trying to do the same event and like one person one faction missing out. It feels like maybe a little cruel, but I did warn people. So we can debate that in the Discord. Let me know how you feel about that. But that's their 2 actions. Very simple. Very effective. They're making friends, which I don't know if that's a good thing. And now it is time for entanglements. Oh, I should get this back up. They don't have any heat. And at heat, and at level 1, I'm not gonna remove their only coin. That seems mean. I'm gonna give them heat. In fact, I think I'm gonna give everyone heat at the opportunity this time. Don't forget the +1 to the relationship. Yes. It's not on the Roll20 bit here. I'm putting it on the map because like the software I'm using, Kumu.io, is actually a relationship software. So you can like name these connections between them. So I've got like Silk Gauntlet and Magi connected here. So I'm tracking it on here instead of in here where there's already a lot of stuff going on. right? It's not actually supposed to be a mapping software, but they have that in there anyway. It's really good. Super happy with how this map looks. And all the information I can store on here. Like, and all the little, like, red and blue bits around the outside to say, like, this one's got an effect, or this one's got an event happening there. I think it's really cool. So I spent far too long tweaking these and putting all the different colors in. Is this using V5? This is in a V5 universe, but unlike the podcast, Pod by Night is V5. But this is actually my own homebrew of Blades in the Dark, because they've got a faction thing. I was debating using either Blades in the Dark or maybe what's the space one? Stars Without Number. Yeah. But welcome in. So we've done their entanglements. They got heat. I've already forgotten what's next. Where do we go? Level up? Nope. All right, next person. We're going to fire through these once I learn the rules. The alphas are next. And I am so sorry, alphas, but you only get one action. Because the Silk Gauntlet got there first. Wait, no, not Silk Gauntlet. The Lucid. Reading my notes wrong. The alphas are doing a tier roll to take the 49ers turf. Should we bump down the relationship between the Silk Gauntlet and the alphas? I feel like that's appropriate in this instance. Not Silk Gauntlet, the Lucid. I keep on getting that wrong. Beef, beef, beef. It's not in the rules, but it is in my heart. And that's where role-playing happens. 1. There we, oh, no, -1. I did the wrong thing. -1. This is important, by the way, because if you get to -3, the factions are at war, and that causes problems. You can take less actions. You've got to squash the beef somehow, or take out the other. Like, that would be really, really hard. You got to destroy the other faction. Phew. Alphas and Lucid, I'm so sorry, but you only get one action. And that is taking the 49ers turf. What happens at the 49ers turf? Because this is their patch here that they already have. The Gary Armory. They want to take the 49ers gang turf, which it adds the elite tag to a cohort. You don't have a cohort yet. That's when the good times start. I mean, you can take it. That's fine. Let's do the tier roll to see how good of a getting into that turf is. Oh God, everyone's getting 1s today. I'm so sorry. You've got my dice. Someone else should roll. Let's add this clock in here. It's 4 because you're right next to it. Take 49ers gang turf loaded. Elite nobodies. All right then. Now it's just entanglements. So let's roll those. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this is fun. So there's different entanglements that can happen. This is a dice roll, just so everyone's aware. This one is very rare. So you can pay 1 coin to your highest status faction or lose 1 status with them. Oh. Well, fortunately for you, you don't have a highest level stat thingy, except for the Lucid, which you were at -1 with, so they won't count. Classic Sean rolls. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this. I think I'm not gonna make you pay 1 coin because I forgot to give you your rep, your coin, and your XP like everyone gets. You've only got 1 coin. I'll let you keep that. But I am going to make you lose status with them. And that is going to be someone from this list that isn't Lucid. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's roll a d6. And it's going to go clockwise, starting Young Bravos. Might as well random roll. 1d6. That's 2. Young Bravos, that's you. Hunters. Ooh. Alphas. It's not your day for diplomacy. No, that's a different number. I need to click on this one. -1 with the vampire hunters? What did you do? What did you do? Whoops. That's a choice for you lot in the roleplay part of the Discord. Pay 1 to all tide factions. I wouldn't be that mean. You only have to do it once. Oh man, that was really cruel. I think that's a 1 in 6 chance of getting that. Sorry, everyone. So that's your entanglements done, and oh, that was a really mean. That was a really bad day for the Alphas faction. But we do now get to go to someone else. So the good news is nothing else can happen unless the Young Bravos have an idea. Now, the Young Bravos are actually an empty faction right now. The only person in them is Dot, and Dot's busy at a festival. So I chose what the Young Bravos are going to do, which means these are meta, OP choices. They're not too OP, but they're pretty good. So the Young Bravos are actually doing a couple of things. They're going to do the event at Juggler's Brewery over here. Which is an assault event. There are no NPCs, requires a mental roll, and it gets them 2 coin and 2 rep. Which is the big plays. So first off, they get their coin, their rep, and their XP. Now they're not very good at mental. Bless them, the Young Bravos. So let's just do that. And they got a 2. Which I don't know what that means. I'll check the rules. Resolve event. They got a 2, which means they take +2 heat. But they get the reward. Which is, what was it? Coin and rep? Rep and coin. But also 2 heat. Because they fucked it up somehow. And their other action is to try and take the haunted house, which they are right next to. This is them. These are they. And they're right next to this haunted house here. And so it's a very small clock of 4. Take haunted house. Let us roll. A tier of 2. No one's getting stuff today. Sprayed painting too many peens on people's buildings. Well, I feel like everyone needs to get their rep up to increase their tier. Because like if you fill up this rep meter, you get the opportunity to increase your tier, which is great. So I'd say increase rep, which means you can take stuff faster. Just an option. But that's the Young Bravos. They're just doing their thing, pissing people off, trying to take haunted houses. Let's see what their entanglements are. Heat +1 or -1 coin. Heat +1, for sure. The higher the heat, the worse the problems. And I want to cause problems. That's what I'm here for. Every day is a festival for the Bravos. Is that what it is? The Bravos actually just tag the haunted house, and then everyone's like, oh, it's like a dog peeing on a thing. I guess it's theirs now. Not quite yet. And that's it for the Young Bravos. We go next. The Magi. So you've been boosted. You got a help from Silk Gauntlet. I believe a cash infusion in world in exchange for occult assistance at the Shore Apartments. What are they doing? They want to do the event at the Shore Apartments and take the LARP fields. Mm-hmm. What is the event? Sure. So it's an occult event. There's no NPCs. It requires a social role. And if completed, 2 rep. Nice. Was it social? You got 1 in social, so you better... Oh no, but you do get a bonus. +1 dice. With thanks to the Silk Gauntlet, your patrons. Get 'em! A 4! I think that's pretty good. Can't remember. A 4, you get +1 heat, so there were problems. But 2 rep to you. Oh, and I'll add your coin rep and XP. Seems like a thing I'll keep forgetting, but never mind. 2 rep to you. Awesome. Not a perfect getaway. Yeah, I forgot. Got to give everyone their resources, didn't I? And next is taking the LARP fields. Okay. You're right. This is where the Magi start at the university. They're right next to it, so that's ooh, they want +1 XP per turn. Smart move. Alright. Take LARP fields. And this is a tier roll. Are you going to be the one to break? Oh, it is! You broke the streak. That's a 5. What do you get for a 5? 2 ticks. You're halfway there. You have half the LARPers on your side. That's a lot of foam swords. Oh man. And that's your 2 actions. Nice work. You did really well there. Oh, and I didn't add your heat. I forgot to add your heat from the action. But it's only 1. What could go wrong, he says as he clicks the entanglements button. Lose wanted level in coin or wanted level in heat. Well, fortunately, your wanted level's 0, so you just straight up miss out on any consequences. But don't worry, we'll fill up that heat soon enough. If anyone knows Blades in the Dark, if you fill up heat, you get a wanted level. Woo! Actually, I think I got that wrong. That is the 1 in 6 chance. The other one, where you gotta, like, reduce status, that's the slightly less likely one. So many entanglement. Yeah, they dodged all of the problems today. Nice. Well, that's their turn done. Which means last, but very much not least, the Corpse Mongers. We're a very small faction, by the way. You should join the Corpse Mongers. People should join Young Bravos, Corpse Mongers, if you want to be a cannibal. Are you winning? What is up, my son? I am doing the games. People are winning, not me. I'm having fun, which I guess means I'm winning. All right. Corpse Mongers get 1 rep, 1 coin, and 1 crew advancement. At the start of their turn, and their choices were, I'm not entirely sure the person had full time to read the rules, which is fair. There's like 13 pages of them. I got typing happy. So I adapted the options a little bit this time. Because they wanted to do a thing that wasn't possible. And I know it's in the objectives for the thing, but I changed it to an action so they actually get something. I'm helpful sometimes. Does that count as... yeah, I RP'd my my character dying. What's this beautiful madness? Welcome in. This is the faction turn. We got a play-by-post on the Discord. We've got this faction turn every month to see like what madness happens in the city. And all of it's canon to Pod by Night. Good news. And if you want to join, it's you join our Patreon or you watch this stream. It's one of the two. Welcome in. I'm really happy with how this is going. The factions maybe less so, especially the alphas. They got a bit fucked over, but we're doing the Corpse Mongers now. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, Corpse Mongers. I changed their actions a little bit to help them, because there's only one Corpse Monger right now. Which means that they are doing two things. They are trying to take Oak Hill. Where are they? Corpse Mongers live in the den. And they're trying to take Oak Hill Cemetery. Which is, all the way over here. I thought it was this one. Is it Black Oak or Oak Hill? I'll double check. I'll double check. Looking to seize Oak Hill Cemetery. Well, they said Oak Hill Cemetery. Okay, so 4, 6, 8. Is that going to be a 12 segment clock? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 places away. Is there any other size? Is it just going to be 8? Hang on. Let's see what size things we can get. Can I scroll, please? 4, 6, 8, 10. It might be 10 instead of 12, which is big. They might take it, though. If you wait long enough. The Magi is right next to them. Okay, they can take Oak Hill Cemetery. Let's make it 10. Tell you what, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, because there are 2 places that say oak on them. So if they want to take Black Oak, we'll change it to a smaller clock. Come on, double 6s. Unfortunately, I don't think crits count when you've got 0 dice. Maybe we'll be kind. Let's roll it. That's the one, which is 1 out of 10. Take a long time. I think they might have meant black oak, because that's a bit closer. But we can ask them later. I don't think they're in the path of the course. Unfortunately, yeah. Turf's going to be a slow one. 9 more months to go. I'm sure you'll upgrade your tier by then. I'm sure of it. And also stuff might change because the podcast probably will have started. We got all sorts of fun things in the pipeline. Anyway, their other action is the event at the den. Ooh, what is that? That's their home turf, right? It is a stealth event happening at the den. There are no NPCs. Requires a tier roll. Oof. But it will give 1 coin. And one thing you don't want at your home turf is turmoil, which is what happens if people don't complete events. So no more problems. First few turns of beta testing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If completed. Okay, tier roll again. This is going to be a big one. Double 6s. 4 and a 5. So we're taking the 4. And the 4 is... I've already forgotten. +1 heat and the reward. The reward is 1 coin. 1 coin, 1 heat. Seems a fair trade. To protect your home base. Right. I'm so interested to see what the RP will be. Like doing an event at their own place. People being invaded or something? It says there's no NPCs. Just a squabble at home. Who knows? That's both of their actions, which means it's time for entanglements. And their problems are wanted level coin or wanted level heat, which neither apply because no one's got any wanted levels yet. They found buried treasure. Maybe. I mean, they do live underground. Just bump over treasure there. Okay, that's everyone's events, which means it's the setting up for next month phase, which let's take a look. So we've done this for all of the factions. Now we close old events, and this is my favorite part. I love this bit. So let's go through all the bits with blue on them on the map and see what happens. So this one was completed, which means we delete this and there's no problems. This one over here, Sure Apartments, delete it. Everything went fine, no problems. What was the other one that got done? Magadon, completed. No problems. It's all good. Oh, and I should probably remove the tags here. Event. There we go. Sure Apartments. Remove the event tag so it shows up. Look, I'm so happy with this map. I can see at a glance what's where. I'm really proud of this, by the way. There's nothing going on at the den. All cleared up. Call out some characters. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that once I get past the turn bit because people have been role playing really cool stuff. Although I have forgotten everyone's character names because there's more than I can remember. What was the other event that got done? Any of the others? Magadon sorted. Haunted House. Den. Shore Apartments. Okay, that's all the ones that were completed, which means we crank up the dial on the ones that weren't. So at the haunted house, there was a deception event. No one did anything there. It's gone. Opportunity lost. And the turmoil increases to 1. Let's remove that tag there. Motel 36. That was an occult event. For 1 coin with werewolves. Oh, I see why no one did that one. But no one did it, which means there's 3 turmoil here. Oh, I need to remove the tag. Juggler's Brewery. Oh, this one was done, wasn't it? Yes, the Young Bravos did that one. No problems there, no turmoil. Awesome. Unfortunately, that means the Artists' Commune. Transport event for 1 coin. See why no one did it. It's a bit cheap. Bit cheap for 1 coin. But unfortunately, that adds to the turmoil. No more event. Opportunity lost. Is that all the blue bits? I think that's all the blue bits. So those opportunities are gone. And everywhere that didn't get sorted, problems have occurred. And when that turmoil counter gets to 8, NPCs get that turf. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I definitely made the rules. But I don't make the rules, I just... You know. Oops. But this is the fun bit. We get to add new events. And how many events do I make? How many events did I say I was going to make? Let's check the rules. Events. At the end of each turn, number of factions plus 1 events, which there's 7 events. So let's just click this event button that I handily made for myself 7 times. And if places show up twice, I'll re-jiggle it. There's a transport event with SI at Miller Beach. Indiana Harbor. Artists' Commune. Airport. 49? What's 49? Is that Motel 36? Is that what? Oh, no. 49 is... I should probably change that so it actually makes sense. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hessville. And the Steelworks. No doubling up. So we'll read these through as we go. So a transport event at Miller Beach. Miller Beach is over here. Where's Miller Beach? Oh, it's there. Oh, this is the Silk Gauntlet home turf. There are Second Inquisition there. Vampire Hunters. Requires a mental roll and will yield 3 rep. Good luck with that one, guys. There's an event. Okay, a persuasion event. The Indiana Harbor. Which is over here. Add event. Add the text. What's this? No NPCs. It's social. And it will yield 1 coin. Yeah, SI. I added in the SI and the werewolves and like the roles to help people, you know, just spawn ideas for role playing, which I think it worked quite well. It's not like the end of the world for these lot, fortunately. It only ticks up the turmoil by 1 if it doesn't get done, and it gets completely removed if the turmoil, if the event is dealt with before the end of next turn. So it's fine. It's fine. And one interesting thing that I found was that people were role-playing these events before the faction turn, which is something I expected to happen in retrospect. But seeing as it's on the map and it's there to spawn ideas, I think that's really cool. I think that's a good idea. Because I expected to go, event happens, roleplay happens. But no, it's the other way around. But that's fine. And this is artist commune again. Ooh. Did I add turmoil? Why is there no turmoil, Dubry? It's supposed to be a little black segment turning up here. That's weird. All right, there is an event. A deception event. Requires a tier roll for 2 coin. The little Dubry isn't showing up. It's not right. Need to add the turmoil tag? No, it... I made this so I didn't have to do that. It should detect that there's a number in here and put a little tag. Like with these ones, there's no... Oh, maybe I do need to put... Oh, okay. I do need to put the turmoil tag. Oh, I'm gonna... Maybe that didn't work. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, we got that there. It's been so long since I set this up. Maybe it didn't work. All right. Okay. What's next? A persuasion event at the airport. There are Second Inquisition there, which makes sense, because that's the home of the Hunters. Okay. Event. It's really annoying that turmoil doesn't show up in this event list, that tag list. That's there. Transport event. The 49ers gang turf. Which is over... Oh, no. It's over here. Physical roll for 2 rep. Oh, there's werewolves. Whoops. No, I don't need to change that. But I do need to change this. Excellent. There's a persuasion event at Hessville, which is so far out. And there's nothing there. It's far away from everyone. What possible problems could avoiding this cause? That's no NPCs, tier roll, 1 coin. Last but not least, this is a big one. This is the one people will be fighting over and losing actions over. This is at the Steel Works, which historically is a very important part of Gary, Indiana. It's a transport event with werewolves requiring a physical roll for 3 coin and 3 XP. That's the big kahuna. You want this good stuff? You're gonna have to fight werewolves or physical something werewolves. Good luck with that. And those are the events set up for next turn. We're gonna do this on the first Sunday of every month. If you would like to join, please hop over to the Patreon. There is a post up on there that explains the whole thing, gives you some lore and background on the factions. Maybe you want to join one, maybe you're interested in this and that. But I'm super hyped to see where this all leads, roleplay wise, see what happens with the map. Yeah. I'm just gonna double check, but I think that's all of the game parts. So we're gonna move on to character shoutouts. We have had some incredible roleplay, and I did a thing. I did a scene with Alexander and Gareth, who lives in Gary. Gary lives in Gary, it makes sense. Of the Alphas, where we fought a huge war ghoul, and it was really fun. My character almost got his head crushed and got himself killed. And it was really fun role-playing that out and watching them write things about, sniping and like dodging around and trying to figure out what this thing was. I really loved that, and that was beautiful. We've also got Paint Shop Crew, who is like a bunch of figures from Paint Shop Crew. Do you have a different name? I know you've... Emma Vallis, there you go. That's a whole bunch of... And that was the initiation. I really love this bit but one of that's part of the Lucid crew, they were tagging a mortal who was like getting ready for joining the Lucid crew, and he was like, you have to prove yourself to us before this henna fades, and once you do that, you're in the crew. And I love that idea. I can't wait to see how that goes, because there's various threads in the Discord that if you have access and you're part of the Patreon, you can read these. Like, you don't have to make a character, just read through them. There's awesome stuff. We also have the Magi of the Dark Mother, and they and God, I've forgotten your names. There's Lex and also the other one who I can't remember, met up with some Silk Gauntlets at the Shore Apartments, and they role-played during the event there, where they helped them, and that turned into a faction turn action. And I'm really happy that there's like this gorgeous link between the crunchy mechanic-y bits and the, you know, very free-form roleplay parts. So they found a ghost and like a haunted knife, which they have done this cool kind of SCP thing. The librarian, Nicholas. Oh, right, Nicholas is in the Silk Gauntlet, who I believe is a Malkavian like banker. And the librarian, I believe, is Tremere, and like did a ritual to protect them from this ghost that wanted to kill them. And then we've also got a Hakata in that group as well. Makes sense. A very mysterious figure. And I've been enjoying reading everyone's roleplay. And if you want to join in, part of the Patreon, or you can just show up to this this stream once a month. First Saturday of every month. I think I don't want to extend this stream too long beyond getting the stuff done, giving people inspiration for role-playing stuff. But I just want to say a huge thank you and remind people to follow this channel. Click that heart button, because we're going to be doing much more streaming in the coming few months. We've got some cool, very cool shows to share with you very soon. There we go. We got a follower. Nice one.